well in today.
Now the former Jet running back. This is Chris Ivory. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now Bortles throwing on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Three and a half to go, first quarter. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still first down.
3 and a half to go, first quarter. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, here's Lacy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Jags' new signee from Denver, Malik Jackson, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive that had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did. Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Yeah, showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. On first down, this is Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Rashad Green, and that'll make it 3rd down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll run it with Lacey. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Now the return, Rashad Green. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. They come out here in the eye. They start on the ground with Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Bortles now on first down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Third down, here's Ivory. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. On second down, Lacey. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Partner, the one concern I had about Eddie Lacy coming out of Alabama was weight. And it became a concern for Green Bay in 2015.
Yeah, he was up over 260 pounds. Disappointing 2015. Looks a lot better, doesn't it?
A lot better, and when he's lean, oh boy, is he a heck of a runner.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 73 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
Not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
So now after the timeout, they'll try for it one more time.
4 down.
Now Rodgers will handle Lacey. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Green 90. Green 90.
Bortles now on first down. It's caught right side. It turns. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 49 yards. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about it.
That's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
Now the Packers get set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Jeff Janis has it complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
3 down.
Rodgers again now. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 60 yards. And the Packers continue to roll. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
On first down, Bortles. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 90.
On 2nd down, Ivory. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass. And they'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy taking it in. And the Packers are pouring it on.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Green to bring it back. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Bortles to throw on second down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's
back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Bortles. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. 9th
play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with Lacey. And they go backwards here. They're losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They come out here in the eye. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And oh, he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games. If you're only giving up field goals on drives, that usually keeps you in it and gives your offense a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, and right now it's got them with the lead. 15 yards there on the catch and run. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bortles now on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's real easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having played defense, your pride says whatever your offense gives you, you're supposed to allow 1 point less. So they're going to feel like they let them down as well.
Yeah, I guess fingers could be pointed on both sides. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Rodgers throwing, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joplo Bartu into dropping behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Again, it's Lacy. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. They send Green to the left on his own.
Green, 90.
One final try now for Bortles. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Green, 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and that will write a finish to
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.